What's up, YouTube? Bagpiper coming back at you. So, when I made the video the other day about this 100-gram tin of Orlik Golden Slice not being from 2014 because of the color and stuff, and the way that there was no staining on the paper or anything. Shortly after posting the video, I found an article about how to date tins of Orlik, and coupled with that, with talking to Smokey Mo, I determined that I was in fact wrong in my assumption. And if you look right here, the 10-digit number says that this jar, or this tin, was tinned on May 10th of 2014. So it is in fact 3 years and 8 months. So we'll say 3.5 years. 3.5 years old. So then, why was there no staining on the paper, and why was the flakes not darker? I talked to Dreadlock Piper, and he said that he opened up a tin of Orlik that he had bought 3 years prior before he opened it, and it looked the same exact way as the tin that I opened. So, just talking to a couple of people, basically what I think I have figured out is there's several factors in play, but based off of the amount of moisture in the tobacco and the way the tins are sealed, dictates if there's going to be any discoloration on the paper, and how well it ages. I have a tin that I just got that you can see is from May 7th of 2017. So this one's only 6 months old. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and open this tin so that we can look at the difference between the flake that is 6 months old and the flake that is 3.5 years old. And then we're going to follow along with an experiment. Did you hear that? That was awesome. Okay, well, presentation is completely different. It smells a little bit pepperier with a touch of perique. So this one from 2014 says this is a mixture of golden mature Virginia tobaccos from a traditional tobacco districts in eastern USA, pressed into cakes and matured during storage before it is processed into cut flakes. The blend is a natural sweet flavor and freshness of the finest Virginias. It has fresh citrus and orange notes and is cut into a flake from the Scandinavian company. Whereas this one says this blend is composed of golden Virginia tobaccos with a touch of perique, a fine natural sweetness with both taste and aroma Characterized Orlik Golden Slice. This cut is a traditional navy cut flake. Press tobacco and cut into slices. Rub the tobacco slices gently before filling your pipe. So right off the bat, this is going to be different than this. Because I can tell you from smoking this older stuff, I don't detect any perique in them whatsoever. But this one, this new tin, you can smell it as soon as you open it. So that's going to change things just a little bit. And then they're also different in the flake versus the old Orlik. Which, if you remember, are these long flakes. More broken, more easily broken, but you can see the color difference in there as well. So this changes things a little bit because I assumed these were going to be the same, and they're obviously not. So I'm still going to carry through it because I think it would be interesting. So the experiment that I would like to do is we're going to put these in the same size jar with the same in the same cellar, the same amount in the jar. This one has an ounce. That is an ounce, and we will write that down. 1 ounce. And then in this one, we will put in 1 ounce worth of flakes. So we have 2 jars, both with an ounce in each, both jarred up at the same time. The only difference is this one was tinned in 2014, and this one was tinned in 2017. And we will check in on these once a month. We will check in on these once a month for the next 6 months and gauge the color, the smell, and the amount of plume, if any, just to see what the difference in something that was in the tin for 3.5 years without any oxygen and something that has oxygen and something that was fresh in the tin and has oxygen. There will be one noticeable difference, and that is the addition of perique. You can definitely tell this has perique in it. No big deal. I enjoy vapors, but that means that this has definitely went from just a Virginia to a vapor for sure. But everything else is the same. In fact, if you didn't know the size of the tins, if you just looked, you couldn't tell which one was which until I tilt them. So that's very interesting. Very interesting. Alright. So that's the goal. We're going to put those in the cellar, and we will come back once a month for the next 6 months and check the color, smell, and sugar content, visible sugar content, the plume, to see what the difference is between something that has 3.5 years of age on it in a sealed tin and 6 months of age on it in a sealed tin. Minus the fact that one of them is a vapor now and one of them is not. Alright. So, I was wrong, and I apologize for the clickbaity lies and betrayal thing, for it to not even be real. Still good tobacco, and I still enjoy it. And we will definitely be a fun experiment. So thanks for watching. Y'all keep full it and rolling. Bagpiper out.